Dylan Clement hanging with you at the bar. We turn now to the NFL. Sound the alarms for overreaction time. We're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Check out the notable free agents that they have signed so far this offseason. All of them on defense. Now the Jaguars allowed 25 points per game last season. Good enough for 25th in the league. But with all these signings on defense, Dylan, is it an overreaction to say that this is setting the Jaguars up to take Leonard Fournette, number 4 overall, when the draft rolls around?
Yeah, I think it's an overreaction. That may very well be what they're trying to do. They're certainly going to attack offense at that number 4 pick with all of their off-season free agency priorities coming on the defensive side, something they needed. They were 25th in the league, giving up a ton of points in the mid-20s. One of the worst defensive teams all of last year. And this is after a couple's off-seasons in a row via the draft and free agency, trying to put some players on the defensive side of the ball. It didn't really work out. And, they needed a little bit more patience. They needed a little bit more juice on that side of the ball. That's why they go get Calais Campbell and Church and some of these other guys. I certainly would fully expect them to either trade that pick or to use it on an offensive player. But I think it's an overreaction to just flat out say it's going to be Fournette.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't know what they're going to do with the quarterback position. And ever since Tom Coughlin came in kind of overseeing stuff with the new coaching staff, you look at this situation, I don't think in any way, I think they would like to go into week 1 with someone other than Blake Bortles.
Okay.
I don't know what that means as far as if they feel like they're going to make that number 4 overall pick a Mitch Trubisky, a Deshaun Watson, someone else. If they're going to trade that pick and try to acquire one of these free agent quarterbacks that's still out there, there's still several. I get the tone that ever since Coughlin came in and was kind of pulling the strings there with Doug Marrone there as well, that they really want to move past Blake Bortles. Now, a couple years ago when they drafted Blake Bortles, that kind of came out of nowhere. Taking Bortles, was it 5th overall? Kind of felt like
might have been even like 3rd overall.
3rd overall, top 5. It was like, wow, that kind of came out of nowhere. Right. Had a big bowl game, a BCS bowl game, kind of introduced himself to the world. Now he's all of a sudden the top 5 pick. What the hell happened there? I don't think it's beyond them to do the same thing and take another quarterback right here. Say, listen, that doesn't mean we're getting rid of Blake, but here you go.
Competition. You definitely want to make some competition.
Whoever impresses us more is going to be our starter, and whoever impresses us more is going to have a shiny new defense that we're going to ask a lot of because they underachieved these last couple of years and underwhelmed us. So I don't think it's an overreaction to say it's going to be an offensive player, but I don't know that it's Fournette.
I don't know if it's a running back. Because look, they had Chris Ivory and they had T.J. Yeldon. Just drafted Yeldon a couple years ago. Right. Just got Ivory in free agency.
It's not like the cupboard's empty.
Right.
They can go somewhere else and still get by, especially in a league that's pass happy at this point.
No doubt about it.
Don't really know what they want to do. And it's not beyond me to think that they could trade that to continue to move around and finagle this roster. Interesting stuff. I love what they've done in the offseason. But then again, I think I've said that now like 3 straight off seasons. I love
what they've done
last
year.
Ooh, Jalen Ramsey put him. Ooh, I like what they've done.
Ooh, they got Malik Jackson from the Denver Broncos. They're going to be good.
Playoffs. They're surprise team. Sexy pick. There we go. AFC South. Book it. And then all of a sudden, what do? They win a handful of ball games, if that, and underachieve. So,
got a new coach.
Yet again, I like Marrone. I really like Coughlin, kind of taskmastering above everything and lording above this team yet again, as he once did way a long time ago. But I think 4, I'd expect them to keep that pick and go somewhere. It could be Fournette, could be quarterback. We'll see what happens. But this is going to be a team, yet again, there's a lot of intrigue and a lot of curiosity how it's going to play out, not on paper, but on the field.
A lot of intrigue surrounding what the Jacksonville Jaguars will do with that number 4 pick.